My name is Kashaya Moultrie, and today I'm going to be doing a persuasive speech on being a teen mom. So, I was, because I'm currently 20, a teen mom. So, I got pregnant when I was 16 with my first child, which is a baby girl. Um, it is a lot of pros and cons when being a teen mom because your family have to basically take care of the baby with you. So when I got pregnant, it was the end of my sophomore year in high school, and the next year it was COVID. That's when COVID was really bad. So the next year, school year, they offered virtual. So I was going into my junior year, and I decided to go to school virtual because I just didn't want to walk around school like pregnant. I mean, I was 16. Of course, I was embarrassed. Like, who want to walk around school pregnant? So they had allowed virtual that year. So I ended up going to school virtual my 11th grade year. I was due to have my baby. Oops, excuse me. I was due to have my baby February 14th, Valentine's Day. She did end up coming on Valentine's Day. I was scheduled to have her February 2022. So it was going to be pointless to go to school, and I was going to have to be off for school to go have a baby. So I went virtual that year. I ended up having her the second semester of 11th grade. Um, it is very challenging because you have to change your life plans when you get pregnant so young. Like I said, I did end up going to school virtual that year because I was pregnant. I didn't want to walk around the school pregnant. So I ended up going virtual because by the time I had her, it was the second semester of my 11th grade year. So 2022 August, they made school back permanently on campus. So by August 2022, that was my senior year, I had to go back to school on campus. So I ended up having to put my baby in school so that I could finish school. And that's another challenging part about being a teenage mom. Like, you are just so scared. You don't know. I've had my baby since February 2022 all the way into August, every single day. Besides like my family that helped me keep her. But now I have to put my baby in school so I can finish school. I can't throw her off on my mom because she has to work. I have to go to school, so I can't take her with me. I had to put her in school. And it was very challenging and hard for me to do that because, I had to put her in school. Like, I'm scared. I'm nervous. So I ended up putting her in school. I was very sad. I was crying. I was like really nervous because I've never experienced this before. That's my first child. Never experienced this. But as I started to get close with her teachers, started to get to know her teachers more, it got better. She was around 6 or 7 months when she first started school. Um, and I ended up turning 18 that October. So 2 months after I started my senior year. So it was very challenging because I'm trying to make it from school to pick her up from school. I used to have to have my auntie pick her up or try to pick her up myself. Like, it was so hard. Like I said, you have to change how you do things. Like, I had started working like a month before I found out I was pregnant with her. So, you know, like I said, God don't make no mistakes. It was meant to happen. Yes. So we're gonna fast forward to February 2023. I found out I was pregnant again. This time with a son. I was 18. Yes, most of my family was still kind of disappointed in me because you are 18. You have when you graduated. When I found out I was pregnant, it was a few months for my graduation. I graduated May 2023. So it was almost my graduation time when I found out I was pregnant with my second baby. So this time it was a boy. It was still challenging because I'm in school. I have my mind set on going to college. Like, it's no if and buts about. Like, I'm going to get a degree. So I had my mindset on going to Norfolk. But since I already had a baby, I knew I wasn't going to do on campus because I don't want to do on campus with a baby because I don't know nothing about Virginia. Norfolk State University is in Norfolk, Virginia. Nothing about it. So I already knew I was going to do something closer to home. So I didn't have my son until October 2023. I graduated in May. So after I graduated, I still decided to go to Norfolk State University online. I went online. Um, it was good. It's like a HBCU. It's very expensive. So once I started to realize like I'm gonna be paying them back a lot of money at the end, and I have two children, I have to think something more reasonable. I have to go to a school that's more affordable. So that's when I found Black River Tech. Much more affordable. Like I said, you have kids, you have to change how you do things. I can't be paying y'all $40,000 back and I have two children. No. Like I said, it's a lot of pros and cons. God don't make no mistakes. My kids were blessings. They were meant to be here. But like I said, you have to change a lot. A lot, a lot. Um, I'm in Black River Tech right now, but I go online because I do have kids. I have to work. I have to still do everything that a mom does. So I can't really just go to campus, go to classes. All my friends they able to go off to college and actually experience campus, and I couldn't do that. I mean, I'm not sad about it because I mean, like I said, I have kids. I have to think differently from everybody else. If I could have went to go experience college, it would have been great. Like, living in a dorm room, just actually being there. But I mean, I feel like online campus is better. Online schooling is just as better as going to actual campus. You still get to talk to your advisors. You still get to see who your classmates are. You still get to graduate. You still have a certain time to complete work. Like, it's still all the same to me. But I am just so excited that I am in college because I mean, it's a lot of people that had kids and they couldn't even go to college no more. Like, they was so, just distracted from it. So I am glad that I was able to still go to college. I know I wanted a degree. Like, I knew from the jump I wanted a degree no matter what because I'm going to school to be a teacher. So I knew, okay, I want to have a degree. I need a degree. So I have to go to college. I mean, it's online colleges, it's in person, whichever you want to do. But like I said, since I do have two kids, a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, I did have to go to college online. I could have went to campus, but you know, it's just gonna be a lot. I have to find babysitters for my kids while I'm in class. I don't really trust people, so it was just better for me to do it online. But it's a lot, like I said, a lot of pros and cons with being a teenage mom. I'm 20 now, so I'm really getting up there. But when I had my first, I was 16. Well, when I got pregnant, I was 16. I had her at 17. Still a teenager. It was a lot. I mean, my family was kind of stressed out. They didn't know what to do. They're like, oh, we finna be taking care of a baby because you are still in school. Like, a lot. But now I am happy to say I am doing well. I have two children, 3 and 1. They are both in school. I'm much, much more confident with them going to school now because they have been going for a while. We have our own apartment. We have our own space. Much better. Like I said, if you could wait. I didn't just try to have kids. I mean, it happened. If you could wait. If God bless you with a baby, I mean, it's going to be the best thing. It might be hard. It can get very hard. It can get very tiring. I mean, you need breaks all the time, but it is a great thing. Like I said, you do have to sometimes change what you want to do in life. Like, I wanted to go to college on campus. I wanted to do this and that. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. So it's not a bad thing though. You just have to change what you want to do. And that's totally fine. Like, when I from the time I graduated, like, no, from the time I was in high school till I graduated, I probably changed my mind like 15 times on what I wanted to really do. I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to be a doctor, a lawyer, pediatric nurse. I wanted to do so much. And now I finally land to the point I want to be a teacher. So, not only did I just want to be a teacher just because, I always was a teacher's pet. That's not why. I love kids. I love kids before I even had my own. I've always had, cousins, nieces. I love kids. Love watching them grow. Love seeing them learn. On top of that, it will match my kids' school schedule. That's another good thing because I will be able to take my kids to school and pick my kids up. Like I said, you have to change a lot. I had to think of a career to where I would still be able to enjoy time with my kids. Because if I'm a lawyer, I'm going to probably be at work a lot. If I'm a doctor, nurse, I'm going to be working 12-hour shifts. I'm not going to be off for summer break and Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, none of that. I'm going to have to actually be at work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you have kids, you have to sacrifice a lot. So that's not only the only reason I decided to become a teacher. Like I said, I love children, watching them grow. I want to be a teacher. I want to teach kids. I want to help kids. But I had to think about also like, okay, when I'm a teacher, I'm going to get my breaks out just like my kids. I won't be a nurse where I'm working 12-hour shifts and have to work on Thanksgiving break, Thanksgiving morning, and my kids are out. And I have to find a babysitter. Just trying to make my life hard. So, like I said, it's a lot of different pros and cons. I am thankful for my kids. Being a teenage mom is very, very challenging sometimes. It can get easy, it can get hard, it can get stressful. You can cry, you can just do everything. But I feel like it's just a blessing. So I'm thankful. I'm happy to be here today with my kids. I am in college online. I plan to stay online until my kids are a little bigger. By the time I get my bachelor's, they'll be bigger with my master's, so I'll be able to go to actual campus. But right now, I'm just doing it online. I'm just thankful that I am still able to come to college. Now, that is my speech. I thank you so much for listening. Bye.